on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
And if I watched this defense last week and I'm the quarterback and I'm starting out on the drive, I am not throwing the ball near these guys. I'm going to play it safe, and he forces the ball right off the jump. They had 5 a week ago. First drive, they got another one here today.
On the run, it's Lewis. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O.
Chill him, man.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
Oh, you got to pick that.
If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rushes on him.
Ooh, that was a pick. Yeah.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire
Bird.
game. How can this defense find this quarterback and put pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game if they could do that,
What a crew at, man.
and influence this passing game.
Oh.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Pressure coming.
You better get there. Oh, my God, bro.
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Where you going?
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that.
Sound like you need to go to bed, bro.
The real deal.
You sound a little sleep, nigga, a little sleepy, man.
Shepard rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Hey, what up, buddy?
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you just see the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back gets to give. Turning it on! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Taylor wants to throw. Oh, he
Kiss the
drops
ball.
football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. First down and more. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
I just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their
Would you
success
mind?
for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big
Who
game.
was shooting
He
that thing
does
when I
it
had some
again.
money on
He's
him.
got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Catch in the middle. It's shipped all the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Man, hey, log off, bro, and go to sleep. Because I'm tired of listening to you talk already, bro.
Getting set on second down.
Nah, don't go on mute. Go to bed.
Taylor wants to throw it. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. He's going for the goal line. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quarterback keeps. He's not going to make
Like, why y'all niggas can't block, bro?
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He'll start this drive firing. Lofts one deep down the right side. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Great place to start for this offense. Taylor wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quickly complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
What you wanted them to do?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to get it in. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second.
Send them back on to the house, huh?
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. A designed run for the quarterback.
Come on, man.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to FIU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. With jet sweep pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Back to pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Spits it out to the back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He goes down after the short return. The one. Way to get the football back. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it.
They got 3 right now.
Compliment the defense's good work by taking the lead here. That's reeled in. It's Clark. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and dragging ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Taylor wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. And
Got the ball.
Down the gut falls to the grass.
Why dude attacking me, man?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again.
And what kind of, what is that?
It pays off the sack at the 20.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here is the Tennessee offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Finds his man. It smothers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down.
Who y'all talking about?
Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Unloads it left. He makes a catch. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down.
Man, triangle don't work on this game, bro. Dang.
Out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this
Annoying.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play.
Yeah, that boy was down. He was down too low.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive.
That's your boo-boo.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And after the three-spot guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Might be calling a hot route.
Boy, don't say nobody. Say you.
Taylor wants to throw. And this will be in.
No, I don't.
A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game.
I'm sure somebody do.
Nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire.
Where are you throwing the football, my nigga?
Frustrated he missed that connection.
And I'm kind of
That don't make sense.
The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off, and it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Oh, Lord.
Throw and catch, a really good example of.
You all right over there, bro?
Don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Please stop attacking me, Clarence.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule.
You've been on my heel since you came in the party, bro. What I do to you, man? Dude been attacking me the whole time, bro. Come on, man.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Taylor wants to throw it. He's going to take off. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
He'll pull it down.
He'll take 4
yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off
for
and
sure.
make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it.
Under pressure.
Man, these niggas, man, don't be blocking, bro.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Just don't block. Yeah.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
I think some people will get upset. What are you doing? Why are you throwing the football away? I'm in field goal range. I take a sack, it makes it a harder field goal. This is a great job by the quarterback, understanding the situation and throwing the football away.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now they take the lead. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Shepard. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one on the ground, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble. There he goes! Sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's some pressure. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldog. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And it'll come out.
Man, that speed dude be everywhere, bro. Him and them brothers, Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Them jokers be everywhere, bro. Them dudes restless now.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. With the
Come on, bro.
Smothers.
Come on, bro. Terrible angles.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Grab behind the line. It's Smothers. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws toward the end zone.
Good play.
Touchdown ball. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Shepard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Throws to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Finding open areas. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Taylor wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. On the option. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the Heat.
Thank you.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable, man. He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Careful.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
And this offense is
Man,
going
this
to have to come
game,
up
bro.
clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Finds his man. It smothers. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's
Y'all
gonna
didn't see
catch
it?
the ball consistently.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one
Man,
fly
can't
down the
pick the
middle.
ball off.
That one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with
That
the
nigga
lead.
terrible,
This
bro.
offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last
Y'all don't know how to hog tie.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock is at a premium for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down.
This nigga won't catch the pick, man.
Inside the 15. Touchdown, Tennessee. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, this dude is getting so much fuck shit, bro.
I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he
Snags it on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive, too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Nowhere close on that one as he
Bro.
got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Bro, how...
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. You're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Taylor wants to throw. He's taking the shot.
He dropped!
Incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth
This
down.
dude dropped the ball, bro.
They have the lead in a one-possession game,
pathetic,
but
bro.
they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to
Bro
go.
rushing 3 and getting instant pressure, bro.
You know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion. But
He wasn't on the sideline tonight.
making the hit, forcing the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. The give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at third and 8.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
What an amazing play by the defense here late in the game. They had a 3-point lead, and they're just trying to hold on to that, but they get the pick six. Great job reading the QB's eyes. You take it the distance, score a touchdown, and now they can breathe a little sigh of relief because all of a sudden they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. He goes out of bounds.
Not out there, bro.
Shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle.
Why is... I'm in a cover 4. Why the fuck is the middle of my defense wide open like that?
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Wants to throw again. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires to the end zone, and it's caught for the late touchdown, so how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 27 to Auburn. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, Dave.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bulldogs just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. They'll go to the toss. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late.
Man, why does triangle not work on this game, bro? God dog.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll throw it. This time it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Taylor wants to throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I don't love that play call, guys. You've got the lead late in the game, and you're throwing deep outbreaking routes against zone coverage. You got to remember, these DBs all have their eyes on the quarterback, and they're already playing with depth. They are waiting to break on anything they see thrown. And if they jump in front of that pass and they undercut it, that's going to be a pick 6. And now all of a sudden, offensively,
man, let me get out the game, man. Look at this bullshit, bro.
Sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
It'll be a draw.
Dumbass game.
Just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. What a show both of these teams put on today.